Hi, my name is Susan Maldonado, and I'm going to walk you through my blended learning food prep 2. So, my opening is welcoming my class to Culinary 291 American Regional Cuisine. And here I also list my contact information, my cell phone number that they could call me or text me up until 9 p.m., and my email address. And then there's a general information spot. Prior to class, I would like them to read over the syllabus, view the first 60 minutes, view and print out their sous chef schedule, and they can find all these items in the Getting Started folder. So here we have our Getting Started folder, and we'll click on that. And here's where they'll find the first 60 minutes, which is the PowerPoint, which they can print out and have a copy of. And the PowerPoint goes over, one, welcoming them to the class, goes over their uniform attire, what is expected of them, so forth and so on. And my contact information is also in the PowerPoint. And then we have our textbook information, which tells them the name of the book and the edition that we're in and where they could purchase the book at. So we'll go back into the Getting Started. Then we have our syllabus, and we also have our document for the sous chef weeks, which they should print out and have that with them at all times when they're in class. Okay, so if we go back in to Food Prep 2, now we'll see there's discussion board assignments. And the discussion board assignments is the first one is introductions. Want them to tell us about themselves, their name, their occupation, their hobbies, and the year they plan to graduate. And the second one is a community discussion board where they can post questions to fellow classmates and or the instructor. So we can go back to Food Prep 2, and now we have our New England folder. And you'll see that there's checks of things that must be complete before they can move on. So we'll go into the New England folder, and we have directions prior to class. Read the chapter on New England so they will be prepared for their quiz. And then after the quiz, they'll return to the kitchen and they'll get all their mise en place ready to prepare their dishes. So we'll click Start here. And we'll see we have goal settings. And I want them to write a paper on what their goals are for this unit. And the reason I want them to write a paper is so that they don't forget how to write a paper and write it correctly in APA format. So what I'm looking for is specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time-related, and otherwise SMART, S-M-A-R-T. So then we have reading and information on group assignment. We'll click on that. And it tells them about reading the chapter and with the emphasis on pages 102 to 109 prior to class to be prepared for the quiz. And then for the group assignment, there'll be 4 groups of 4 people per region. And each group will design a menu for the region, and then they will rotate through the groups until all regions are complete. All menus must contain 3 apps, which are 3 appetizers, 3 to 4 entrees, and 1 vegetarian entree. And they must bring a hard copy of the menu to class so I can critique it and we can go over and order the food that they're going to need for that. So if we go back to Start here, we could see here the group assignment. There's planning a menu example. And this would be an example of the menu. And you will see like clams casino, little neck clams on a half shell. And that would be the sous chef's job, which is the next assignment. For the individual assignment, the sous chef for the week will assign a menu item to each student to prepare. So if somebody, you see clams casino on the menu, the sous chef is going to pick a student who's going to prepare the clams casino. And then you'll see we have videos on how to kill and break down a lobster, how to open clams, and how to thicken a soup or a sauce. And they'll need to know all these things in order to complete that New England menu. So they have to watch them. And then they'll have their quiz, which is right here. And there's multiple choice, short answer, true and false. I'll go back to start here. And then they also have to have a Twitter account. All the students in the class all have a phone. So we opted for them to open a Twitter account and to take pictures of their finished dishes and post them on Twitter at hashtag DTCC Culinary and hashtag FoodPrep2602. So those are things they must do, and they get graded on that. So if we go back to Food Prep 2 and go down further, and now we have library and resources. So again, here is the name of the book and the edition that they need to have. They could also obtain information from DTCC libraries. And then here are more things that we need them to watch. And The Brain in Your Gut, Jamie Oliver. Here's some more YouTubes, Oysters on Cape Cod, Welcome to Cape Cod and the Islands, and What's Up with New England Clams. So, I hope you enjoyed my blended learning, and I thank you for watching.